Hello everyone, I am Sainath, your law faculty, and this video is regarding CMA final law subject question paper review for December 2025 attempt. Okay, in this video, first I am going to cover about MCQs. So first MCQ. What will happen if auditor fails to communicate about his resignation to ROC? Very simple, 50,000 fine or his remuneration, whichever is lower. That amount will be the minimum fine plus 500 per day. For every day of delay, we need to take 500. Maximum 2 lakhs. The option which is most nearer to this provision is option A. So 50,000 plus 500 per day, maximum 2 lakhs. So actually this is not exact answer, but it is very much near to main answer. So we need to pick option A. Sir, what happens when auditor owes 2 lakhs money to the company? No need to worry, no disqualification, because in case of indebtedness, the limit is 5 lakhs. So here auditor owes only 2 lakhs. That means he is not disqualified. He can still continue as auditor. So option A is correct. Next one. Third one. So what happens when auditor is involved in fraud? So when he was involved in fraud and court convicted that person in that fraud, then he will be disqualified. But in this case, court is not yet convicted the auditor. So that is the reason why no disqualification. Yes, he can continue as auditor unless convicted by court. Once he is convicted by court, so he will be disqualified. And after conviction, he need to wait for 10 years in order to become auditor again. The correct option is B. Next one. So in this case, previous auditor has not signed the balance sheet. So then what about his remuneration? Yes, still the company is liable to pay remuneration, but it is not complete remuneration. It is proportionate remuneration. That means the remuneration is now payable partially, not completely, based upon work completed. So correct option is D. Next one. So all these bits are new bits. So all 4 bits are new bits not covered in MCQ booklet. Next, let's see fifth one. So what about right to apply under section 241? So it can be done by 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 4, any of the above. So this is a booklet question, MCQ booklet question. So there is no change in content. Next one. So this company is registered in USA and doing business in USA. So this is not a foreign company, but this will become a foreign company when it establishes any place of business in India. So which option is correct? Both B and C are correct. So this is also from MCQ booklet without any change. Next one. So under IBC. So what about the time limit for completing CRP? Actually it is 180 days. If we added time extension of 90 days, it will become 270 days. But the total process need to be completed within 330 days, including some legal delays also. Now the question is, so what about the time limit? So 180 days is given, 270 days is given, 330 days is not given. So ignore about 330. So now we need to take 180 and 270 only. So here time extension is granted. So if time extension is given, the maximum time to complete the process is 180 plus 90, that is 270 days. So the correct option is 270 days. Sir, in MCQ booklet, it is given as 180 days. Yes, in MCQ booklet, 270 option is not available. So that's why we went for another best option, that is 180 days. But here 270 days option is given. So here the MCQ is modified. So new option 270 days is given. So that's why we are required to take 270 days only. If there is no time extension, then it is 180 only. Next one. Who will give corporate governance rating? Very simple. It will be given by credit rating agencies. So this bit came from MCQ booklet. Next one. So which is not a sustainable development activity? It is a paddy cultivation. It is also from MCQ booklet. Next one. MCQ number 10. This is a new bit. So here, when a person will be called as consumer, so any person who bought the goods will become consumer, whether he bought for resale purpose or commercial purpose or personal purpose, whatever it may be, he will become consumer. Whether he paid money or not, then also he will be called as consumer only. So in this case, he bought the property for personal purpose, not for commercial purpose. and not for resale purpose. It is purely for personal purpose. And what about remuneration? That is consideration. It is not yet paid. So whether remuneration is paid or not, that is consideration is paid or not. Next one, whether he bought it for commercial purpose or personal purpose, whatever it may be, he is the end user. That's why he will be called as consumer according to Competition Act. So correct option is B. A debenture trustee can be any entity which was registered with SEBI. So this is directly from MCQ booklet. Eligible borrower can raise up to how many million US dollars through ECB? External commercial borrowings in automatic route. It is 750. So directly from MCQ booklet. So within how much time? So the central government is required to give a report. It is 9 months. It is also directly taken from MCQ booklet. Next one. In the course of doing business, what happens if MSME unit goes to next category from micro to small or from small to medium? Then no need to worry. All non-taxable benefit. Which benefit? Non-taxable benefit will continue for next 3 years. So B is the correct option. So this is also from MCQ booklet. So under PMLA, every schedule offence is so predicate offence. So this is also from MCQ booklet. So majority questions are from MCQ booklet only. So we can easily answer. So few questions are drafted on their own. So we need to answer those questions carefully. Next one, let's see the theory questions. So in this case, one person want to propose another person as director. Is it possible? Yes, possible. For this purpose, 1 lakh deposit is required. But what happens if that company is a government company? That is not required, subject to a condition. What is that condition? It must be wholly owned government company or subsidiary of wholly owned government company. In that situation only, this requirement is not applicable. Otherwise, this requirement, depositing 1 lakh amount, is applicable. Then what about second situation where articles provide for election of directors through ballot? Even in this situation also, so 1 lakh deposit requirement is not applicable. No more further conditions. And what about so giving communication to individual members? Yes, it is required at least 7 days before. So general meeting, the company is required to give a individual notice to each and every member. But if it is not possible to provide such kind of notice, then it can make advertisement also. So this is also valid. Next one. So B question. So it is from investments and loan chapter. So is this company eligible to take public deposits? So to take deposit from public, the net worth must be at least 100 crores. And what about turnover? 500 crores. So turnover exceeded the limit and net worth exceeded the limit. So that is the reason why in this case, this company can take deposit from public. Answer is yes. Then how much amount they can take from public? Maximum 25%. So can it accept deposits for less than 6 months? Yes, but the minimum term shall be 3 months and the total amount of deposit shall not exceed 10%. Next one, how much deposit it can take from members? 10%. So public plus members together, so separate limit 10% plus 25%, it is in total 35%, but separate limit, not combined limit. Sir, what happens if that eligible public company is a government company? Then 35% combined limit is applicable. So we need to provide all these answers. Next one. So question 3A. So it is about shorter notice for board meeting. Yes, it is valid, but independent director presence is required. At least one independent director should present at the meeting. Sir, what happens if that independent director is not present? No need to worry. Just circulate the resolution to all the directors and thereafter it must be ratified by at least one independent director. Sir, what about place of meeting? If the meeting is conducted in video conference mode, the place which was given as place of meeting in notice of board meeting, that place will become the place of meeting. Very simple. Next one, 3B. So this is amalgamation because of CG's order. In case of amalgamation because of CG's order, if any stakeholder suffers with any loss, then he is entitled to claim compensation from transferee company. If any stakeholder got less compensation, then he can go to NCLT. And whatever NCLT orders, it will be binding on every party. So that is the answer we need to write here. Next one. So now there is a company and the board meeting of this company is going to be conducted on Sunday, January 5th. Is it allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. It must be conducted on any day except national holiday. So here it is Sunday. That's why conducting on Sunday is not possible. This is not in accordance with Companies Act. This is in accordance with secretarial standard number 1. Then what about timing? 8 p.m. It is non-business hour. Still okay, there is no problem at all. What about venue? So actually, this company is having registered office at Chennai, but they want to conduct board meeting at Mumbai. No problem. In India, so they can conduct board meeting at any place. So there is no restriction regarding place and time, but there is a restriction regarding date. And this restriction was given by SS1, not by Companies Act. Next one. Out of 14 directors, so out of which 2 positions were vacant. That means we have 12 directors only. So out of 12 directors, what is the quorum requirement? 12 directors into 1/3 or 2, whichever is higher. That is 4. Okay. How many directors present at the meeting? 7 directors. Yes, quorum requirement is fulfilled. So 3 in person, that is directly. 2 from Bhopal, 2 from London through video conference. So even those people will be counted for the purpose of quorum. That means total 7 are present for the purpose of quorum. But quorum requirement is just 4. But 7 people are present. There is no problem. So they can continue with the meeting because quorum requirement is satisfied. After 5 minutes, internet connection was disconnected. Now what will happen? So actually, according to SS1, the quorum requirement must be fulfilled throughout the meeting. So if at any point of time, while passing any resolution, if minimum quorum requirement is not met, that resolution, even though it is passed, it will become invalid. So that is the point we need to write here. Next one. So now a company is providing some chargeable activities, but the intention is to get some minimum profit. So can that company be called as Section 8 company? No. That company cannot be called a Section 8 company. So because in order to call that company as a Section 8 company, the intention must not be to earn profits. So in case of minimum profit, still there is profit. So that is the reason why that company cannot be classified as a non-profit company. Is it possible to convert that company into non-profit company? Yes, by providing some documents, by getting some approvals, and by altering MOA and AOA, it is possible to convert a normal company into Section 8 company. Next one. Then what about the reporting of fraud by auditors? We need to classify the frauds into 2 categories, small one, big one. In case of small one, auditor is required to communicate to management. In case of big one, so to management as well as to government also, to central government also in form number ADT 4. So we are required to write about it. Next one, approval of resolution plan. So actually resolution applicant will give the plan and RP will submit the plan in COC meeting, and the COC meeting need to approve the plan with 66% voting, and thereafter NCLT need to give the final approval. Once NCLT gave approval, it will become binding on all the parties. So this is the content we need to write here. So this is completely C category topic. Actually, this is from CSR introduction. From CSR introduction, so some points are framed here. But this is completely C category. It is not at all important topic, but this was asked in the exams. Next one. What about 6B? Business intelligence process. Very simple. The process of converting raw data into useful data. And based on that useful data, some visualization reports will be provided. Based on those reports, now management will take the timely decisions, effective decisions. So this is business intelligence process. Next one. So now a company want to go for IPO. They're asking about minimum net worth. So what about minimum net worth, minimum net tangible assets, minimum operating profit? So in the last 3 years, in each of the last 3 years, minimum net worth shall be 1 crore. In the last 3 years, in each of the last 3 years, minimum net tangible assets should be 3 crores. And what about operating profit? We need to take 5 years profit. Out of 5 years profit, we need to take the most profitable years, that is 3 years. Out of 3 years, we need to take average. And that average should be minimum 15 crores. So this is the answer we are required to write. Next one. So then what about 7B? So 7B, it is about anti-competitive agreement. So if this anti-competitive agreement is creating any adverse impact on competition in India, then this agreement will be treated as void. So we need to write about anti-competitive agreement as well as validity of anti-competitive agreement. Next one. Question number 8A, very simple question. They are asking about the definition of capital account transaction along with 3 examples. Next one. So there is a person who is a PRIA. So this person want to sell the foreign assets. Is it possible or not possible? Yes, possible, because all those assets are accrued by him. So during he was PROI, that means he got the asset when he was PROI. Now he become PRIA. So can he sell the assets? Answer is yes. Next one, last one, we need to discuss about the role of RBI in formulation of monetary, banking and financial policies. So this is also a C category topic. So out of all descriptive questions, only 2 descriptive questions are C category topics and remaining questions are very, very easy. And all these questions are covered in marathon also. And in case of MCQs, so 6 questions are framed on their own. So remaining questions directly taken from MCQ booklet, and 1 question is modified, that is 270 days, 180 days question. So apart from that question, remaining all questions came from MCQ booklet. So overall, my review is this paper is above average when compared to previous attempt. It is not so easy, not so difficult also. So a person with conceptual clarity can easily answer this type of question paper. So this is my final conclusion. Okay students, and all the best for next exam. Bye.